Good morning, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and I'm live with the morning readings, The Presence of Life. That's this book right here by Annabelle Chaplain, and it's a blessing to be with you today on the morning reading. Da, 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 da. I'm a little bit late this morning talking to people about moving some energy here on my space in my house. Just talked to Scott about from Vegas moving some energy. He might want to take my old motorhome and truck it down to his property. That'd be great. So it's me with the beautiful hair and my lovely Micaiah magic robe on today. It makes me snuggle and feel really good. So take care of yourself, everybody. Read or listen to my morning readings and see if that floats with you. This book I pulled out of my Jill shelf today says this is Miss Chaplin's first book. The Bright Light is the accounting of her work with the persons whose problems are directly related to being unduly influenced by the deceased, usually relatives or close friends. So the presence of life, she describes her in her healing work, dealing with physical afflictions, attitudinal problems, and personality disorders resulting from early childhood trauma. So who knew I'd pull this book out, but it's an ongoing source of information to learn how other people deal with distress and illness and moving forward and finding the ability. I just got a little bleep on my computer. It said Tony Robbins recommends getting up and doing it. So I've got the Tony Robbins thing here. So in my heart, to support each other, to support you, to make your dream come true. I just took Jill to Sri Lanka to start a 16-bed orphanage. So the presence of life, it's what she's doing. What are you doing? What's your legacy? Come on my legacy show. So the presence of life by Annabelle Chaplain. Before me stretches the path of light. I see the way. Behind me lies the mountain path, with stones and cobbles on the way. Around me are the thorns. My feet are tired, but straight ahead streams the lighted way, and I'm on that way. Ancient prayer from the Tibetan. So I love that she has the infinity symbol. I have had that just about my whole life on all of my stuff, because we're going to live forever. So it says here, boom, let's see if I can even get it. It says here, it ain't going to do it, to the inner teacher. So the stories in this book are all true. Personalities whom are still alive and have consistently been told to credit the healings and the improvement of their lives to the light, which makes all things possible. I cannot take credit for something that comes naturally to me. I know on the deepest level of knowing that the light of love and wisdom is the source of all that is good, true, and beautiful, the source of life itself. All I did was learn how to respond to its directions and influence, its power, and more I accepted and trusted and responded, the more evident manifestations of the light became. And at 90, I am still learning and still searching. So who knew this lady wrote this book at 90? So don't give up, don't give in. So I'm going to turn to page 37 where I did my I Ching this morning and Cha-Ching. And I have my Palo Santo here. So I've got the sun streaming in. It's springtime in the Pacific Northwest. So it says here, the following week, Bob arrived promptly as we had agreed and immediately launched into his account of the past week. I'm really a bastard, were his first words. Much worse than I told you last week. I observed that I blame my wife for everything. I constantly ask her to do something for me. I nag, I demand that she wait on me even when it isn't necessary, and I justify my demands by thinking that she has the strength and has nothing better to do than to take care of me. I rant and rave, and I yell at my sons constantly. I'm critical of everything they do, never praise them because I'm too busy pointing out and correcting their mistakes. After 4 days of observing this, this guy's cuckoo. I gave up and became very quiet. For the rest of the week, I did nothing. I did a lot of thinking. I don't know how I can stop being such a monster, but I would like to try. Good boy. He sighed deeply. I hate being crippled. I guess I've been hating my life too. Do you think I can really learn to accept my condition and change my life? I told him that I thought he had done a superb job of self-observation and that it takes many people many months to achieve that degree of insight about themselves. I asked him to continue his self-observation and thoughtfulness and said that the following week he would go into a deeper state into his consciousness and begin the inner work that would implement the changes he wanted to achieve. Although we had begun each session with a simple meditation, I had not yet introduced Bob how to include meditation in his daily routine. I did not want to overwhelm him with too much all at one time. But his consciousness and his earnest desire to change gave me the signal a few months later that he was ready for the whole process, the daily meditations, the visualizations that would support his work on changing his attitude and behavior. How about it, Bob? I asked. Are you ready to include meditation in your life? It will take the will to do. It will require patience and perseverance. Yes, I want to, Bob replied. I like the way it relaxes me when we begin our sessions, and it would be wonderful to feel that way every day. Every day, everybody. So the presence of life is telling us to meditate every day. So Bob looked thoughtfully at me. I don't want to let you down ever. No, Bob, not me. You don't make the commitment to me. You make the vow to your own inner self. I dared. To the God within you. I want what I sometimes call the high self. Stevie Wonder. Bob was startled. In all of our discussions, we had never spoken of God. I could see from his reaction that he was not ready for religious or philosophical concepts, and he did not probe further. He did not question. He simply said, like the expression, the high self. It is more comfortable for me. He paused thoughtfully, and I didn't know why. So someday we'll go more deeply into the theory of high self and the invisible God within and the God without. And I answered, but right now I want to give you a basic meditation that is applicable to your particular situation. Well, we'll begin with relaxing the body, something that is important not only for you, but any beginner in meditation. We started with a simple full breathing, 3 long breaths. Breathe in, Bob. Now fill your torso with much air as it can contain. Hold and breathe it out slowly. Relax and let it go. Again, breathe in and hold your breath, and then breathe out. Relax, let it go. Resume normal breathing and visualize the air coming through your nostrils. Be aware of the breathing process. With each exhalation, feel the tensions flowing out from your every pore and your body, from the fingertips out from your toes. With each inhalation, you say to yourself, and think it, I am breathing in the healing, soothing energy of the universe. The universal goodness is here for my good, and it wants me to unite with it. It loves me for submitting myself to its powers. It loves me for recognizing its desire for my good. Breathe in, hold the breath out, and think to yourself, serenity and peace is mine. I am at one with the universal goodness, the high self. Now remain in this quietude for 5 minutes or as long as you can. We lapsed into the stillness and silence. I emerged slowly and watched Bob until he began to stir. I instructed him to come back slowly, very slowly. How do you feel? I asked, and he said, wonderful. It would be difficult for me to be angry after such an experience. Will it last? Only if you remain in meditation all day and night, which is of course unrealistic and impossible, but you can use this process to help you establish more loving relationship with your family, to you, to understand yourself, to be more aware of your actions and reactions through life into the alert consciousness, man in charge of his life, and that will last. Let me put a little card in there. Maybe we'll do this 2 days in a row. So it was not scary. It wasn't about death. It was about living and breathing and taking it easy. Take it easy, take it easy. We're gonna lighten up your load. Take it easy. So, good morning, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen with the morning readings, and I really enjoyed my morning reading today. Grab a Joe. I actually got coconut water and orange juice this morning, so that's all I know. I don't number these. It's just the presence of light this morning. Go to the infinity and enjoy the morning reading, everybody. It was really a pleasure to be with you, you know. So take out a book yourself maybe later today. Get lots of work done today and play and breathe through anything that is giving you stress or anxiety. Love you, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here with the morning readings. I'll come back and say hey, and I'm out. Okay? Peace. The day begins.